Hi, today I will analyze and interpret the newspaper article titled "A True Apology to Aboriginal People Means Action as Well." This article was written by Australian journalist Kate Grenville and published in the English newspaper The Guardian on February of 2010. The article is about how the Australian Prime Minister went out and gave a public apology to the Indigenous people of Australia. And in this article, Grenville talks about how the government has tried to make improvements to the Indigenous people's lives, but it also comments that the government has not done a very good job of this. I will also go through Kate Grenville's modes of persuasion, how she uses pathos, ethos, and logos, and I will also analyze and comment on the reliability of the article. So, to get started, Grenville uses very vivid language. She uses a lot of pathos, and you can say the whole theme of this article, to apologize, is already a very it's a very emotional theme. And the whole story of the Indigenous people also is very sensitive. So, and the use of pathos can be seen all through the article. Here in the second paragraph, to quote, "Many of those people weeping quietly around me had suffered that most primal of dispossessions." This sentence has a lot of pathos. The weeping quietly is something that you, as a reader, you can almost sense it when she says it, like weeping, and also suffering and primal dispossessions. It's a very serious and very intense way of describing it. And she goes on, she also uses, I noticed, adjectives like hugely disadvantaged. So instead of just saying that the Indigenous people are disadvantaged, she says they are hugely disadvantaged. This is also kind of a way to underline what she's already saying, and also to make the effect of what she's saying even more profound. And yeah, she also uses logos, and you can see that actually in the same paragraph, where here she lists different aspects of what the Indigenous people suffer from, and but still this is very pathos, because it's all about suffering, dying, being in jail, being illiterate, and live in unacceptable conditions. So even when using logos, she's also using pathos to make her to kind of make her opinion, or her way of saying it, even more emotional and profound. Also, in this paragraph, Grenville's own point of view, it seems, becomes evident, as she is saying that the government support is often inadequate and lacking in understanding and willingness to listen. So it seems that she has kind of a negative opinion about how the government handles this problem. And this leads me on to the next question, which was to analyze and comment on the reliability of this article. And this is kind of interesting, because one thing is that Kate Brenwell herself is Australian, and since this article is about the suffering of indigenous people and Aborigines, I would suspect that Kate, as an Australian herself, would be could be emotional about this whole ordeal. So in a sense, you could say that she could have trouble being objective about it, and you could say that this kind of questions the reliability of this article, since I believe that a newspaper article should always be objective and being factually based, and not being based on the particular journalist's emotions about the case and about the article. So yeah. In the last part of the article, Brenwell does talk about something positive. She mentions that two indigenous people, a woman writer, has won prizes for a novel she wrote, and also indigenous film director, has won several prizes for this movie he has made. So I think what she's trying to do with this article is to kind of shine a light on the issue about getting the indigenous people back into society, and the whole the way the government has been treating indigenous people, and then also saying that there's also a positive change happening. So it's not all that bad. For me, that's the gist of this article. So, yes, thank you.